This has been an unbelievable journey. And just like Larry and Brandy, they came in tonight and just lived right down the road. And y'all were saying, so we brought all these companies together. I'm going to use you for just a second. We brought all these companies together, and out of that, this product had been around. So we had it wasn't like we were guessing if the program was going to work. It was like, no, it's been around. Like, we know that when people use this program, typically, if the weight loss is needed, the ladies lose about 1/2 pound a day, and men about 3/4 of a pound. We also know that it reduces cortisol in the body. Larry, what was you telling me when you walked in?
Yeah, I had a huge problem with it from my stressful job in SWAT, military, and doing a lot of deployments overseas. So my body was affected by, I didn't know anything about cortisol levels. I just knew my joints hurt, and I got out of bed looking like an old man. But after taking the drops, it just, I don't know, it was like, I thought it was like, nah, this can't be real. But it's real.
Larry comes in tonight. I didn't know this. We were just talking about cortisol, and stress. He said stress. He serves our country in the Army. His job, stress, belly weight right here, like the belly fat. Got on the drop, started noticing the difference. And then Brandy, what did you speak up and say?
Which part?
Because on the drops first. Yeah.
I was hesitant. I didn't want to do it at first. But once I saw his belly, I think it was the first maybe 3 or 4 days. I went to touch his belly, and I was like, "Babe, your belly's going down." And he's like,
"Don't be trying to touch me now."
And once I started, I didn't lose the weight because I was already in the gym, but I hit a plateau. And he was like, "Babe, just try it." And once I tried it, at first I didn't see it because they were like, the women don't lose the weight as quickly, and I started to lose the inches. So then I started to get excited. I was like, "Oh, I'm on to something here." And then I started to get on the scale, and I started to see the weight drop, but still it was more inches than the weight. And then after, giving the Slenderez a break, I started the Advantage. And now I'm really seeing the slimming down of my waist and on my little midsection.
So she started using a thermogenic product we just created.
Yeah.
And I told somebody when they showed me the bottle, I said, "Oh, I'll sell 1 million bottles of that." They said, "Why?" I said, "It says hip and waist reducer on it."
Exactly.
Who don't want that? Like, that's it. I mean, we can do that. I'm not the greatest salesman in the world, but if it'll reduce hips and waist, that's good.
Sure.
That's amazing, Brandy. And so now they're doing it as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, that's what it's about. Cynthia has known about this product for years because it was her company that we brought to Partnerco.
That worked for me right in the beginning.
And tell them what happened to you, Cynthia.
Well, in the beginning, when it first came out, I don't even think I was with the company. I heard about it. I was talking to Steve and I heard about it. But anyway, I'm all about health, but I was going to try anything because I put on 8 pounds and I guess my hormones shifted or something. And I put on 8 pounds and I was like, I don't care what, I don't even care if I do something unhealthy anymore. I don't care. I'm taking this off. My clothes were tight. And then that came out and I bought it and I did the program. Like, I actually did the food list and I did the program and it like just dropped off like this. And it stayed off. I mean, you don't have to stay as strict after
Right.
you get to your weight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you still have a better lifestyle, but you can
Yeah.
have dessert once or have a beer. Whatever.
We all like to have happy hour. Happy hour is okay.
But you keep a healthy
Yeah.
lifestyle, but that was like this.
So the box turned into 30,000 people in her business in Europe. You never know. And so I'm always a calculated risk versus reward. Health and wellness industry, it'll do $4.5 trillion around the world this year. Cost to get involved, $29 one time, never pay that again. It's like I have a cell phone, I have points of contact, I can refer them to something good. We refer people to things every day, restaurants, movies, whatnot. Why not refer them to good, proper nutrition?
For sure.
And so when you feed your body good, I'm with people that's obviously taking care of themselves. Your body goes and does some amazing works. And so we're sitting here, and I'm sitting as we bring Partnerco together with John and Darren. Sitting here and I'm hearing about this, and it's like in this one box, if you look at our ingredients and what our ingredients does, it literally is a one-stop shop to solving problems. Somebody comes to me and says, I'm having night sweats, try this for a month.
Oh yeah.
I'm having brain fog, try this for a month. I've got some inflammation going on, try this for a month. I got some weight issues, try this for a month. I've started collecting belt, try this for a month. So there's so many things, energy, libido, like it's proven out and there's clinical studies attached to it. So as this was happening, the reason I share this is we're like, so just in Japan, just recently, last week I was in Japan, we have an office in Tokyo, and I was trying to demo this system of growth because Japanese are very resistant to change. And we've been growing a business in Japan for 27 years with Tahisha Noni, one of our companies. And they love Tahisha Noni. And so I'm like, how am I going to do this training because they're resistant and this is new? So what I did, I don't know if this is relevant tonight, but we're going to see what we do here. I said, y'all come with me. We go down, there's an intersection in Tokyo. Tokyo has 40 million people in the city. New York has 8 million. So you can imagine the traffic flow. So we're going down, we walk down, and it's this intersection. It's got all these crosses, and there's thousands of people crossing every second. And so all of them's around, my interpreter's there, and I said, okay, we're going to play a game. So I handed out everybody these little sachets of Tahisha Noni. Everybody had one. And I said, we're all in the business. Let's go get them. Let's start selling. And they looked at me like I had like 4 eyeballs. I said, this is what we're supposed to do, is recommend products to people. There's thousands of people. Guess what we didn't do? We didn't talk to one of them. Matter of fact, I took one of my sachets and went at one of them, and they were like, they were running from me. And then we go back to the office. And I said, we built a system that today you can make a post on your Facebook and you potentially can reach more people on that one post that took you seconds to make than you standing out there for 7 hours today on the streets of the busiest intersection of Tokyo. And you can funnel more sales through. Why would you not submit to a post? I said, the only reason, social acceptance. You're worried about what someone thinks about the post you're making. And I can identify with that. I was this high school football coach, and when somebody said, post something, I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. So I had to have a serious talk with myself, like, buddy, what's wrong with you? Like, if you owned a Cadillac dealership, would you advertise your Cadillac you're trying to sell? And so we created a system that literally attracts people. 60% of America has a weight loss problem. This is balancing the hormones, and the side effect is weight loss. But if 60%, I was sharing this, me and Freddie was today, with a very physically fit trainer. And he said, I have to know this. And I said, totally understand. But understand this, there's far more people that do not look like you than look like you. You're a small target versus the big population that is unfit, unhealthy, and needs someone to recommend something that knows what they're talking about. And I said, you could do that. You could help so many people. And I said, so that post, all that post is going to do is it's going to attract people to you, and they're just going to ask you, tell me about these drops.
Yep.
And then we built in exactly what to say. And when we did that, it allowed us to start building an army of people we just created an app that's got the responses. It's got exactly what to say. It's got like, oh, I need the ingredients. Boom, click, here it is. Oh, I need a video. Boom, click, here it is. How much does it cost? Here it is. Like everything is laid out. And what happens is for $29.95, that puts you in the company, and then you get access to this system to go play ball with us. In a company that last year did $394 million around the world, and we're in 52 countries, and this is the connection device today to the world. So for me, when we put it together, we put it to test. And so for the last year and a half, we've been testing it out. Like, Edgar makes his post and he receives 3 customers. To put that in perspective, 3 customers netted Edgar $180 profit. So in one day he made this post, he got 3 customers, $180 profit. Later we'll turn those customers into brand partners and show them how to post, and Edgar could potentially tap into, just like Cynthia did, 30,000 people from Europe because of it. What was the risk? $29.95. And so, same way with Mildred, 1 post, 3 customers. Freddie's post right here, 4 to 5 customers came from this from this post right here. And so, but here's the beauty. Here's what I told the people in Japan. I said, would you rather sell 3,000 sachets on the streets, or would you rather have 3,000 people selling sachets on the street with you selling? And that's the power of this industry, is working with people and getting them to do a little and share and help you share to get the word out creates a lot. And that's what we're doing with these posts. It's the easiest form of advertisement. Like 90% of our, and this is not a down slam on men, 90% of our business is female. So I tell males, if you're smart males, you will get in and get you a whole organization of females. If you have a spouse, talk to them about the opportunity here. I have people that last year come to me, mothers that stay at home with their kids, and they are now making 30. I mean, literally got in to make an extra couple of $100, has now turned it into $20, $30, $40,000 a month of income. Like I told Freddie's seen it. I said, Freddie, I've never seen anything like this. I've been doing this since I was in my 30s. But what it tells me is there's a huge need for this. And people are coming, right? We're already seeing that through the data. And then with the system, we've created a lot of opportunity to drive income. So it's like, pay the $29.95 and then get trained up on how to properly work the system, which is super easy to do. It takes seconds to do it and to get proficient with it. And now, at that point, what we did as a company is we said, okay, we're going to allow our distributors to buy in bulk as well. Because people they want it today, right? Like if I go buy a bottle of water, I don't want it in 2 weeks. I want it today. Can I get the water now? So you don't have to do this, but man, people are making so much money doing it. And so what we did is we discounted the boxes. So for instance, typically if somebody joins us and will plug into our system in the first month, they will sell to 30 customers, and typically they never contact anybody. All the people come to their post and say, tell me what this is. They use our script. They sell 30 customers. So what would that be? Well, if I bought 30 boxes of drops, that's $2,300. So what does that turn into if I sell to 30 customers? Not only do I pay off the $2,300, but I profit $2,500. So my first month, we're making people not only profitable, extremely profitable in their first month. And then I have people that go, you know what? 30 boxes might be a little, so I'm gonna go 10 boxes. Okay, well we got a 10 pack. If I sell 10 boxes, that's an $881 profit on the 10 boxes. And then we'll have some people who are like, I can't quite afford that right now. Well, we got a 4-box that literally is, you know, I can sell 4. Here's the thing, if you buy online, they're $200 for a month's supply, and we sell every day online for people to use these for a month's supply. But what they sell them for here is $160. So I'm saving the person buying them from me $40 from buying them online, and they in return make over $60 of profit. So it's a win-win. And then about 2 weeks in, we'll convert them over to a brand partner by them spending $29.95 and getting started with us. It is the easiest system. And so I just want to end with this. People always ask, like, what is the play here? And for me, as I'm traveling around, our goal is to first, if you see the vision of, okay, we've got a debt-free company in the nutritional industry that launched 2 years ago. Nobody knows about us. Pay the $29.95 one time, you never pay it again. And then from there, in your first month, we want to take you to what we call ultimate status in the pay plan, which is the top payout for life. You're going to make over $2,000 when we get you there. And just use our system to get you there. You can figure out how you want to come in at the beginning. But that's our first goal, to help you make over $2,000 your first month. We call it ultimate, right, Cynthia? And then the next thing is we want to help you get about 4 people running the system. Posting twice a day, doing exactly what we tell them. 4 people, we call it manager in the company. It's about $1,000 of residual income when you're a paid as manager in our company. So that's the second step. The third step is once we get there, then we're going to work to get about 12 people running the system. You go, where did those people come from? They were customers that came to you, but then we got involved. 12 people running the system effectively. We're seeing people make $3,000 a month here. We call it vice president in the company. And then the last step is we want to move from $3,000 a month to step people to a 6-figure income, and we call that senior officer. It's about 55 people in your business effectively running the system. And that is netting, a paid as senior officer in our company is making about $160,000 a year. And so what we've created is just a way to get the word out. And I say this all the time. I mean, to me, business is business. If I owned a tire company, if I owned a car dealership, I gotta advertise. And so what we've done with the system is we've just created a way to advertise, and we just look to the people and go, look, if you're a health-minded person, plug in with us, use the product, but then help us advertise this thing and watch the people come to you. Going back to Freddie, Freddie's made a lot of money here with Partnerco, but he's been in the industry for a long time. So when he came here, he had all kinds of ideas. And I love Freddie. Me and him was great friends. But I just said, just try it. Like, give it a good try, a good effort. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't change anything. And watch what happens. And people started coming. And that we're just getting started here. We're a company, my whole rally cry right now, we're a company that's positioned to go way beyond $1 billion in this nutritional industry. We've got the infrastructure, we've got the support, we've got the global support, and so now we're looking for good people to help us network it. And then our promise to you is the products won't let you down. It won't be something that you stake your reputation on and they don't work. They will work just like we are here tonight. But the leadership will show up in support. Al and Freddie, I mean, they could have done this without me. But for me, I come in from the fishing trip, I'm in West Palm Beach, and I'm like, this is my opportunity to show up and go, no, I'm here, I support. You know, I travel places, like, we can grow this really big here, but not just here. We're a phone tap away from being in Japan, from being up in New York, from being in other parts of the country. And so what we're doing right now is kind of going, hey, let's do this together. Let's join the team. Let's do it together. Let's be a part of this program, and let's go get people a lot healthier. Because there's a lot of people in the world looking for what we have, and they don't know. And the last thing we'll say is last week I'm doing a training, a 12-week program. There's about 750 people involved. Here was the homework assignment last week to them. We said, you can't talk about Partnerco. This week, I want you, they've been posting twice a day doing it. This week, reach out to 10 people and just talk. How's the kids? How's the family? No business. Don't bring it up. They come back on Tuesday and report it. And I said, I promise we'll sign up at least one person just by not even talking about the business. You would have been blown away. The people come back in, they're like, man, I called my cousin just to ask him about the kids. Before I knew it, he started saying, listen, I'm glad you called. I've been seeing these posts. Listen, I need to lose some weight. I've been seeing these posts. I got some issues going on with my hormones. I've been seeing these posts, and you would not believe the amount of people that joined Partnerco off conversations that had nothing to do with the business. Why? Because of advertising. Just putting it out there. And for me, it's a no-brainer and a great opportunity for somebody that, going back to when I was a high school principal, that needed another income stream. If somebody's looking for that, oh my goodness, we got it here. And so, thank y'all for having me. This is, I love showing up.